He married my sister, now we're living together.
Our roommates in love.
Oh, folks.
Good morning, Tim.
We're back. We got a little morning pod.
Yeah, this counts. I don't know. What time did you wake up?
I woke up exactly 1 hour ago.
Oh, perfect.
I'm in the morning.
You're right in the heart of it.
I mean,
I kind of did too.
I got 2 hours left for this morning time.
Let's enjoy it.
I got a little coffee.
Yeah.
I need a little. I need a pancake breakfast that, even this thing out.
Dude, we went out to breakfast. I haven't gone out to a nice breakfast in a while.
What is a nice breakfast?
Or like I
Is
haven't
that brunch?
I guess I haven't gone out to. Yes, it was a brunch. I haven't gone somewhere where I'm like, I'm gonna fucking eat.
I'm gonna get the you hitting the Benedict button
Because it kind of ruins your day sometimes.
Absolutely.
No, I went. It was on the family vacation. We were in Costa Rica.
Huge.
We went to this place. They had a El Grand Slam.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love it.
And so they did it's like eggs, bacon, toast, hash browns. Also,
That's the Waffle
French
House special,
toast on the
though.
side. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
I think they're like making a play on
Oh,
it.
it's like with a wink?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
All their shit was like named after American stuff, but like
Okay.
kind of with a wink. But the addition to that was also a full order of French toast.
Insane.
You eat that at 11 a.m.
It's nap time until
You're kind
4.
of done. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened. Get back at around noon, napped for 3 hours. Day's gone.
That's when you're going like, that was pretty good. I'm gonna I think I'm gonna lay down for like a minute.
I'm just gonna lay down.
I'm gonna pop up, just kind of, I don't know, I'm gonna close my eyes for a minute, 4P.
2.5 hours later, shoes on.
Shoes on.
Just face down on my bed. Yeah.
That's the way you gotta do it. We love a big fat breakfast. I'm not really a breakfast guy. You know what else is that we're not even roommates.
I'm not a breakfast guy. I'm not a roommate.
Not even brothers-in-law.
But we are good friends though.
Good pals.
Always have been.
Palling
Not
around.
true, but
Palling around the damn city. Tom, I mean, what the hell? We haven't potted in...
1 week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We haven't potted in exactly 1 week.
Keep up the illusion, Timothy.
It hasn't been 4. It's been 1.
Where the hell have you been?
I mean, what the hell? Back in Louisiana for, Santa.
You saw Louisiana.
I had the Santa man. Oh, how about this? This is a little bit of a zero submission of me.
Oh wow, we have a different self-submission as well.
Your boy was up to some bad behavior. Well, it was like quick bad behavior, but I paid for it dearly.
Uh-oh.
And we have kind of a zero to hero situation here,
Okay,
Tomas.
I'm excited about this.
So how about this? So I'm back in Louisiana. I ordered just like an iced coffee. I was hitting the breakfast button as well.
Okay.
And I'm at Mickey D's and I'm like, give me one of these fucking breakfast samplers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go like we were out to a big nice breakfast.
No.
I'm at Mickey D's.
Hitting the damn
That
Mickey
was a fun
D's, and
twist.
I said, "Give me a little iced coffee." They give me
Okay.
this iced coffee, and they don't give you coffee. It's so sweet.
It's sugar and
It's
milk.
sugar.
The
It's
McDonald's iced
disgusting.
coffee is kind of hilarious.
They-
It's like a prank.
They really have. It is a prank because I took a sip and I was like, "Oh!"
You don't taste any of the coffee.
I think I made that noise. So I immediately throw it out, and then I'm pissed. The whole time I'm like, "What was? That's not coffee. That is just like genuinely. You cannot drink that beverage.
No, it's really gross.
It's horrible."
Well,
So-
you have to. I've been with people who know this, and they go, "Can I have an iced coffee? No sweetener, no sugar, no milk." And then it's the grossest black coffee you've ever had.
So you did okay. So there's no winning there.
There's no winning.
You got to get the hot coffee, spill it on your lap, and then sue him
The
for
hot
$8 million.
That's what this is right there.
Hell yes.
Get a little hot coffee, and then you're in your car drinking the hottest coffee you've ever had in your life.
Well, that's like that lawsuit. The lady spilled it on her crotch, sued McDonald's for like $8 million.
I didn't know this.
Oh yeah, big lawsuit back in the day, but she was justified because they had been warned about this coffee. It was up to like 170 degrees.
What are they doing? Why?
I don't know why they can't figure this out. They have literally every other part. A McGriddle is a perfect creation.
Yeah,
It's
that'll
a perfect
put you
creation.
in the nap zone.
It's worth it. I don't even care if it kills me.
It's going to.
I'm
slowly.
telling you, 8 more
A
McGriddles and I'm a dead body.
It has never left your body.
No, I don't want
It's
it to.
in there somewhere. It tucks away.
And it should, and I deserve it. I don't think it should
I
ever
want to go
leave my
back
body.
and take another bite.
I love it. I'll poop it out and eat it. It's just an unbelievable creation. Anywho, so
I got
I'm
a poop story for you.
I'm already pissed about this fucking hot coffee. I just couldn't believe what this was. So a few days later, Lizzie and I are going to Starbucks, and we pull in, and the lady's being perfectly polite and friendly. And I say, I want a nice coffee, blah blah blah. And she goes, do you want any like flavors or sweeteners in that? And I went, No.
She didn't know that you had recently survived a traumatic experience.
She didn't know what I was going through. She didn't know that she just triggered something horrible inside of me. But she had been nothing but sweet and polite. No.
No, fuck you.
And Lizzie straight up goes, what was that? What was that? So I'm like, I clocked it too, and I'm like, oh, that was horrible. So I'm like, just trying to like throughout the rest of the order, be nice, be polite. Thank you so much. So we pull around to the window. She hands me the coffee where I have to grab it from the top.
Tough.
And so I grab it from the top, and it's like not really on, and I kind of and it spills all over me. And she goes, "Yeah, this top's gonna be tough." I think she sabotaged me, Tom.
Whoa, she didn't put the top on all the way.
I think she barely because usually if that happens, they'll be like, "Oh my god, like I can't let me grab you." She was like, "Yeah, tough look." Spilled all over my lap. And she was just like, she didn't offer to like do anything. She didn't offer to like refill it. It was like half. I spilled half of it
She's got
on
a
me.
little spray bottle in there. She squirts you in the face a couple times too.
You fucking suck. I'm like, is that a super soaker? What was that? So I mean, I absolutely get hosed by this woman. She offers no remorse, no apology, no nothing.
Tops can be tough.
Tops can be tough.
She's not lying.
She wasn't. And I was like, damn. Not only was that awesome, but I did deserve that.
Because you were already feeling, you had already clocked it.
Oh, right when I went, no, I was like, that was a lot.
That was about the McDonald's thing.
That was about something 3 days ago.
He had nothing to do with it.
So I was really trying to, like, after that, be like, yes, no, that's great. Thank you so much. But the damage was done.
I love it when it spills on me, actually. Thank you.
Thank you so much. No, these aren't brand new jeans. Sorry. But, yeah, I mean.
Kind of a beautiful karmic moment.
I fully got what I deserved. I did feel like I deserved it.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you did. Sounds like you had an eyewitness that would have agreed.
Oh, Lizzie felt no remorse.
Was that?
Or she was just like, no sympathy for me.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, how you like that,
The other top is tight.
Tight, dude. She like walked out of the store, came around, and handed it to Lizzie.
Kids smooched her on the lips in front of you.
She dumps mine on my head.
Oh wait, I got a real quick thing about the word smooches.
Uh-oh.
I noticed this yesterday. Wait, did I write it down? I thought it was so funny. Oh yeah. I was watching Inception on this plane yesterday.
Huge.
And the subtitles. You'd think with a movie, I don't know how subtitles work. With a movie of that budget, you'd think someone did it themselves. Like, it's manual.
Oh, they're not just like automatic
it
subtitles.
Can't be auto subtitles for a movie with the largest budget of all time. Yeah, they're like popping up like they got like effects and stuff. They're trying to go viral. But the subtitles were up, and there's a part where he's got to kill his wife in the dream.
Mm-hmm.
And he kisses her goodbye on the forehead, and it's a really sad scene because it's kind of him, killing his inner demon. He's
right.
I got to go further into my mind. I'm losing or whatever, but he might be saying goodbye to himself or whatever.
Sure.
It's a very heavy scene.
Sure.
He leans down and he kisses his wife, who he just had to shoot, on the forehead, and the subtitle said "smooches." It took me completely out of the movie. I was like, "What was that?" I rewound it.
Soft and delicate smooch.
Yeah, because I guess it made a little bit of like a noise.
Yeah, you say kiss.
But yeah, just kiss sound.
On the forehead.
Smooch?
Smooch? Because you can't say smooch like without going smooch.
Smooched her goodbye.
It's always a little smooch.
Also, you don't smooch your dead wife goodbye.
Oh, I remember the last time I saw the love of my life. I leaned in and gave her a little smooch on the forehead.
Smooched her goodbye. Anyways, yeah, she's dead as hell.
Man, I wish I could tongue her down one more time. Yeah, that's a crazy subtitle. But I do think somebody does these subtitles because I saw one, and I'm not going to be able to. I wish
if someone does it.
If I can find it, I'll say it because then I can show it. But if I can't find it, then I'm not going to say it because it could be a tough look. But I was watching.
What a dilemma we're in here.
Well, it was. I was watching the movie Seven Psychopaths.
Well, that was also on the plane.
Really?
I think so.
It's a pretty good movie. Well, I mean, I guess I could say it. I tweeted it a while ago. It did pretty big numbers.
So everyone's already seen it. But yeah, read it again.
But the guy was, I did. It's the same thing. I stopped and I took a photo of it because I'm like, no one double checked this one because the guy was chuckling and the caption was, his name's like Colin sniggering.
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 I don't feel comfortable
S.
saying that.
Yes. That's where when it went by, I was like, whoa. Let me take a little photog of that one.
Spelled not with a CK.
No.
With 2 G's.
2 G's.
That's wrong.
An S,
That's wrong.
2 G's.
I hope that person got fired.
I know, because I'm like, it's snickering, brother. What are you doing?
Wow, that made me nervous when you said it.
Right? Nobody fact checked this. Tossed it right on HBO.
Oh my God.
I was like, dude,
Well,
somebody.
that's what I'm wondering. So it's
These are
even
automatic
worse
captions.
if they're not automatic. Because if someone's doing that and they actively chose to say smooches,
Right?
then
Smooches?
get out of here.
They're just looking at me like, I don't know, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not even getting paid well to do this.
I'm saying smooch.
But I mean, okay, so back to this thing.
Anyways.
I did deserve to get.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So you did deserve the coffee justice.
I think so.
Sometimes it's served up kind of hot. and
Kind of
fresh.
hot. Sometimes it's ice cold.
Man, I really love the top those tops are tough, huh? They're not really.
They're not at all. All you do is click. They click right on.
You're Starbucks. You're a international coffee monopoly.
I mean,
You've mastered the top.
It was her lack of concern where I was like, you 100% did this on purpose.
Yeah.
Hundy.
Yeah. Did you, when you ordered, was it through a microphone or was it face to face?
No, it was through you go through the thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever been to a Starbucks drive-through. Is it through it's a normal like welcome to Starbucks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
And she was nothing but kind.
Yeah.
Perfect customer service.
And
you know us about
rubbed
customer
your dick
service,
and balls
Tom.
all over. You're great with it usually.
I simply love it.
Usually.
When she said,
It was
because
triggering.
I was livid from the McDonald's coffee. I couldn't believe what they gave me. That is not a beverage, Tom.
That's so funny.
It was
You
crazy.
caught a stray for no reason.
Hey, you want a little something? No.
No. God.
Fucking, she could hear fucking Pete.
Fucking.
Lizzie just straight up.
So sick of
what
these corporations.
was that? Yeah. I go on a big capitalism rant because I just don't want sweet coffee.
As you're supporting Starbucks.
Oh, God. I've been thinking about that one. But you know what? I think she really got my ass. And I hope when I drove away, she turned around and celebrated a win with everybody.
Oh, she told them.
I hope she was like, I fucking got him.
Okay, so that's a solid 0 submission for you and hero submission for her.
You know what? We'll say, I don't know if it's loser.
It is because
But the intent
was
was there.
not bad.
The intent
Well,
was.
I don't know if your intent was really that bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Oh,
probably
yeah,
more
it's
loser
more,
than
it's
zero.
a quick loser moment.
Right, because the
It's not
intent
even
was
full
not.
on loser behavior.
It's
I'm not
just
giving you
I
behavior.
misbehaved.
You absolutely botched one line.
I misbehaved, but it was a tough line.
It was a crucial one.
No.
No.
Why did I say everything else was, hey, how you? No. What was that? What are you doing, Tim?
It's trauma, dude.
I mean, I really have these moments where I'm like, that is just bad behavior.
Yeah.
That's my biggest Tim on Tim critique is just, brother, the behavior can stink sometimes.
Well, yeah, I think that's, we all got that.
God, I wish but no, some people are sweet all the time. Lizzie's pretty sweet all the time.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess I was going to say no, and then you did name the sweetest person I know.
Never seen her do some
And
shit
you
like
happen to
that.
be engaged to her, so I can't really be like, nah.
Nah.
She's kind of
Actually, nah, she's a bitch. I'm like, whoa. Tom.
All right, we got another self-submission. Should we just stick with zeros right now?
Absolutely.
Okay, this is from Dalton. Shout out to Dalton. Thank you
Dalton.
for writing in. He goes, self-submission for zero of the week, although not wholly sincere. All right, I don't like
What does that mean? What does
And
that
then he goes,
mean?
Tim can relate to this one.
What is that? What? I'm an incredibly sincere man. What is that?
Just got his
Dalton
straight
out of the gate.
right out of- oh, it might be the title because it's about hairstylists.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I thought he meant the
was
not
like-
wholly sincere.
I know. I'm like Dalton.
No,
I'm
I'm the
nothing if not
insincere
yeah,
one.
I'm
Dalton,
nothing if not sincere.
Come on.
God.
I will lie to your face. I ghosted my hairstylist and started cheating on her with another. I like that you're using the pod language.
Love this already. Dalton, you're back in.
My roommate's girlfriend. That's hilarious. I felt guilty about it as it was happening, and it was happening almost simultaneously alongside Tim's grand barbershop saga. But I was able to put it behind me, accept what I'd done, and move on. Last week, I found out that those two people, the ex-hairstylist and current ones, are friends who get along quite well. I also found out that I've come up in conversation, all caps, between them. They are both very aware of the fact that I left one for the other. Yes. Not only that, Tom, it gets worse. He does talk like he's on the pod. It's exclamation points. Not only that, Tom, it gets worse.
Yes, Dalton, you're in.
They have both been hired at a brand spanking new salon that's opening up 2 blocks from my house. It sucks because I know we're all adults and people who are allowed to change their minds and see new people. But God, it's going to be so awkward when I have to go into that salon and make that decision in front of both of them.
Dalton,
This is a straight up curb your enthusiasm.
I mean, here's the only thing you can do, Dalton. You don't even look at the past.
You don't think you go to either of them?
No, you go to the new one, but you don't even acknowledge the past.
That's crazy.
You walk right in and you act like you don't even know that other person exists.
I will say this: this isn't zero behavior at all.
No. This is fully allowed.
Because you're allowed. My point was not you're not allowed to go to a new hairstylist.
It's just tough.
It's don't go to a new one who works next to the old one.
No, yeah, you're definitely allowed to do that.
That's, I think, zero.
Well, no, it's
behavior.
not zero because you know where we live, all these other barbers, so they're all Spanish.
They're all for only Dominicans.
Yes, I don't want an incredibly tight fade.
I went to one, and it was great, but they did keep saying I was the only white person who went there.
I don't want like a line in my head and then like a real tight.
No, I think you're missing out. Come on, I'm doing a mustache. You do a fade.
Damn, you are. I do kind of a fade, but you are ripping a stash right now. I mean, I do a little high and tight.
I did a little kind of a joke vacation mustache, and I'm scared that I like it.
And you're sticking with.
I don't know. I kind of.
Well, you gotta go. I mean, it's like you and
vibe.
Chalamet are doing like a little bit of like the boyish facial hair right now.
We're always like.
You guys are always
right
synced
in
up.
front or behind it.
You guys are always synced up.
Yeah.
You were right there for Dune 2.
I was right in it.
Dune 2, more like Dune 2 bumps and then bowling a perfect game.
That's a tweet. I know that's a tweet.
I got 8 likes.
Oh man. Okay, so so Tim's suggestion is you walk into this brand new barbershop or hair salon. I like that you're going to a hairstylist, by the way. More men should do this. I do this.
Do we have a photo of Dalton? Is this a hairstylist or is this a barber?
Well, he says hairstylist. Oh, that's a hairstylist. Dalton's a cute kid.
Yeah, Dalton's hitting the hairstylist.
There we go. This first pick was tough.
Not loving that one, Dalton. But barber can't handle that.
But so you walk into this new place because you have a few options here. One of the options is don't go to the new place. Find a new thing altogether.
No, not gonna happen.
But 2 blocks from your house, that's hard to pass up. I think the move is you walk in, you go, "Hey guys, I fucked up. I didn't know that you guys knew each other."
No, I think you're making it a bigger deal than it actually is.
You're quoting Drake right now?
What?
See, you're making it more than what it is.
Oh.
Everybody dies, but not everybody
lives.
I think you go in and you say that.
I'm actually quoting Antonio Kareem.
Yeah.
I know.
Quoting Drake.
Like, I don't think they're like as heartbroken as maybe we think they are. I think this is pretty
But
standard.
it's come up in their conversation.
Well, they're probably just goofing. I mean, that's
that's
shop
what I'm
talk.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you kind of can riff it out. You're like, maybe you go to the new person, and then if you see the old person, you go, "This is crazy that you work here."
No, I think what you do is you go in there and you act like you're going to the old person, and then you go, "Nah,
I would never go back
got
to
you.
you."
No, you fucked this up," and then you go to the new person.
I think a third option is you go in there and you go to another new person.
Ooh, now that's not bad.
In front of both of them.
Yes, burn both bridges.
Now they've got a common enemy. Their friendship has never been better.
Yeah. And it's actually the common enemy is not you. It's the third hairstyle.
Yeah. Now you've made an enemy of one
Create
of their coworkers.
some real turmoil in this place.
Yeah. This place will be closed before you know it.
I think so. Wait, what was the relationship of these two people? They're just coworkers, right?
They are friends who know each other and get along quite well, is all he described.
Well, wait, what was the sister's boyfriend's?
No, he has he ghosted, because he did say, "I ghosted my hairstylist and started cheating on her with another one. My roommate's girlfriend
Is the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a big deal.
Well, because also roommate's girlfriend might be cutting it for you like on the cheap.
Yeah.
Or like, doing it at home, which is easy.
Giving you a little discount.
Yeah.
Giving you the friends and family discount.
Yeah, so maybe that's a fair reason. But now that they're both in the same salon, it's a tough scenario.
But it's nice is like, see, with my little cheating scenario, I look, their schedules are right there.
That's true.
So I just go, oh yeah, Michael's not there.
Isn't it crazy that you have to factor that in though?
Yeah, a little. Yeah, like a little.
It's kind of psychotic that to get get a haircut, you have to look up 2 barbers' schedules.
No, it's all right there.
Yeah, but you're like, all right, I
Let's
need
see.
to go when this person is here, but this person's not.
But I
there.
do say that, but he's been there several times,
Yeah.
and I just go anyway.
And just ignore him.
Well, I mean, this guy was like texting me. I told you that.
Yeah.
He was like, and I think he was like drunk texting me.
Wait, what did he say again?
He was just like trying to hang, and like he was asking me about shit, and I was just like, brother, what?
We're not friends.
This isn't like what this is supposed to be. And then the haircut started turning pretty mid.
Yeah.
So, you just gotta, if it's mid, you're allowed to go. There's nothing wrong with that. You're only human, brother. A haircut's an important thing.
All right, Dalton. Well, so Tim's advice is to go in there and ignore this person that you used to have a relationship
100%.
with.
Don't even look in their direction.
My advice is to I think you toss a riff out there when you see him.
I think it's so not a big deal.
I think
Because that
it's
person's
crazy.
going to be busy anyway. They're going to be cutting some other person's hair.
I'm not saying you come up in the middle of a haircut and you go, "Hey, remember when you used to do this to me?"
Can't
and
believe
then I left you.
How much do you miss this?
Yeah.
How much you miss this $6 tip?
Hey, hand her a 5.
Slide it over
I know
to her.
times have probably been tough since the old D-man left the building.
Oh, thank you, Dalton. Oh, my gosh.
Oh
my
my
kids
God.
can eat for another week and a half. Thank you so much, Dalton.
I'm going to go get a McDonald's iced coffee.
Oh, puke it up immediately. Tom, speaking of puke,
Oh, brother.
lay it on me.
I had a beautiful little experience on Christmas Day this year.
I mean, on
The
the
state of
Lord's
Minnesota
birthday.
over in December got absolutely ravaged by the norovirus.
Brutal.
That's Noro virus.
Brutal.
Had never really heard of this. Apparently, it's been around. I think everyone just calls it the stomach flu, but it's not influenza.
Mm-hmm.
It's puking and shitting for about. You know what it is? It's food poisoning. It's the exact same timeline and feeling as food poisoning.
Here's a little cue for your little fat ass,
Yeah.
Tom. I mean, you're running out of stuff eventually, so it's got to turn into just like loud farts and dry heaving, right?
Well, I'll walk you through it.
Please do.
So so I go home for Christmas and I find out that like 5 days before my sister had this.
Okay.
But then it's whatever. We're fine. First couple days I'm home. Couple people drop, but not crazy sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like my little sister Carrie was like, I threw up yesterday. Like I feel kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're like, all right, whatever. We're figuring it out. And then we have a nice little Christmas Eve out at Grandma and Grandpa's. I go home. I've had probably 2 drinks at this point, 3, counting this like batch shitty cocktail my uncle made that has
Right.
no booze in it.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm not drunk by any means. My brother is hanging doing Christmas stuff. I walk over to his house. We have a glass of whiskey. This is probably like 12:30.
Okay.
So now I'm like a little buzzed. I go home. I go to bed. I wake up at 3:30 and I'm like,
This doesn't feel right.
I might have to throw up right now. And I'm like, man, am I like hungover or like drunk?
You know what's so weird is that like it's such an unmistakable feeling when you wake up and you're like gonna puke.
Well, and you're like, this isn't going away.
Yeah, gonna puke.
Like, because you do lay there for about 5 minutes going,
well, surely
Go away, go back to
It'll be
sleep.
fine.
and then I'm like, oh, nope,
Yeah.
waited too long. And I'm like, kind of run to the bathroom, puke a lot.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I think I'm like hungover.
But when's the last time you puked from drinking?
It legitimately 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know what's going on. But it maybe is just the whiskey on top of this weird batch cocktail I had.
Was it like eggnog, something weird?
It was a whiskey based, but it was like very sugary.
creamy.
I think it was like a batch old fashioned, but it was very sugary.
Mm-mm.
So I was like, maybe that's just what it was. And then I lay back down, and about 20 minutes later, there it is again.
Puke or poo?
Puke again.
Brutal.
Puke for about 4 hours straight. So that's where, to answer your question, I ran out after about 5 puke sessions. And then you're just dry heaving and coughing up. This is so gross to say, so I apologize. But you
Let it
start
out.
coughing up that
That like
heating
bile.
up the bile and like parts of your digestive tract where it's like I forget what it's called. It's bile and like that really thick.
Where it's like yellow.
No, like there was a couple of times where like it was like a chunk of heavy green, like dark green, and I was like, oh, I think that's like my What is that? My fucking liver? Like I don't want that coming up. So at that point, I started
Actually, I'm gonna keep
chugging
that.
glasses of water. Yeah, I need that one. I
digging through the
swallowed
toilet.
it.
I'm gonna need that back. Actually, that's actually really
pretty
important.
sure that's a vital organ. But at one point,
so
I
just
started
so you
chugging
have
water,
something to
so I would
puke.
because I couldn't do the dry heaving. Because I was dry heaving so intensely that I'm like, I can't inhale right now.
Right.
Like I was really afraid I was gonna pass out.
Have you done the thing where you've been throwing up and you like pop the blood vessels all around your eyes and you look insane?
Mm-hmm.
Tough.
Abs were so sore the next day.
Yeah. And you're going
Lower
like
back,
free
killing-
ab workout though.
I did kind of look shredded for like a day because I had no calories in me. Just flexed my abs for 10 hours straight.
Were you going back and to and fro from the bed, or were you like, I just got to post up here in the
For
bathroom?
an hour and a half, I slept on the floor of the bathroom, maybe 2 hours, because then right as the throwing up was starting to subside, then the
Asshole
shit-
activated.
Yeah, they said,
God.
I'm up, my turn, I need some attention.
Can I do like 10?
Can I do a guestie?
Can I squeeze out a turd?
Dude, I gave the asshole a guestie, and they
ran the light.
headlined. It was crazy.
Kept getting the light. Like, I'm gonna do another 3 hours.
Oh my god, dude! It was Eddie Murphy in the original room of the store in '88.
Oh
it was.
god!
I have no
Just
idea if that's the
saying
timeline.
every slur,
But
yeah.
it was 4 hours of just shit, and a lot of deciding, who to put up next.
I'd rather
ass or mouth.
I'd rather. You're just looking at the lineup. And you're like, damn, it's just ass and mouth.
Just ass
today.
and mouth trading off. I
Guess
guess
who wants to go up next?
you guys got to get out of here. And you good to go up last, butthole?
They're just doing crowd work with all the food that you ate
It
earlier
was-
that day.
I wish, dude. I
Oh,
wish
that's
there was
so
any food
horrible.
left.
I mean,
Yeah,
I would rather the poo than the pew.
for sure. I really hate throwing up.
Throwing
And I
up's
haven't
the
had a
absolute
good
worst.
can't help yourself from throwing up. I haven't had that in a really long time.
That's Brutes Magoots. I
Yeah.
mean, I had one of
and
those.
then my family was all going down. This is the funniest part during it. So I'm like, my room's in the basement at my parents' house. You've been down there,
Sure.
And then you've stayed in the room with like the pull-out couch, right?
Uh-huh.
So at one point I move over there because it's like got the TV set up. I'm just on the couch. I'm just like miserable.
Right.
And my sister, my dear sweet little sister Lizzie, is like coming down to check on me, bringing me Gatorade, toast, whatever. And throughout the day, and she's just bringing me news from the rest of the house, like it's like the Western Front. she's like, we've lost father. My dad got it. He's puking his guts out. She's like, Aunt Mary went down today too.
Oh no! Send my regards.
It made it to Aunt Mary's. No.
That's so funny. You get those letters and you're like, the news is like 6 months old.
Oh yeah, it's devastating. I'm like, he's dead by now.
Dude, that sucks. So what? Is it 10 hours in and out?
It was about 10 hours, and then you just feel shitty for a couple days, and then then I had to go do shows.
And then you're like, I'm growing a mustache.
Yeah, and then I was like,
I'm a
going
new
to
guy
the beach
now.
and I'm growing a mustache.
You're like, God, if I make it through this, I'll be a different man.
I swear to fucking God, I'll change. I'll grow a mustache.
I'll do anything you want. God's like, grow a mustache. You
That's
see
what
it in
you
the
wish.
clouds? Yeah.
if that'll save Aunt Mary.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And
but,
then
you know,
you'll hit the Costa Rica button.
Then got down there. Well, we did shows. It's funny. We've both done shows with the same mix of people over the past couple weeks. Because I did shows with Laura Peak in
Oh, yeah.
Minneapolis, and then Jeffrey Asmus.
And then Jeef.
Our dear friend. Yeah, we did the New Year's shows, and I just got to say, it's so much fun getting to do stuff with your friends. Did just hot shows with Laura, and it was a blast. And then she stuck around to do one of the shows with me and Jeff,
Huge.
which is so fun. That's a combo we've never done before.
Yeah.
And then did 5 New Year's shows with old Jeef. People came out. People are coming out to it like yearly, and that's like that's a special feeling.
Yeah. It's also nice because you're like, I got to pump. I got to have some.
Yeah, it makes you
Some
do
new
the new
heat.
stuff that you were maybe not going to do. 'Cause you're
Right.
like, well, they were all here last
You guys
year.
all remember it.
That's going to be, and I kind of passed it off as like new last year. I can't be like, this is new.
They're like, oh, I'm kind of seeing behind the curtain.
All new.
I don't love what
always.
I'm finding out here. That rules. That rules.
Yeah, it was good. And then you saw them out in
in
La La
beautiful Los Angeles. R.I.P. to Los Angeles.
I can't believe your timeline there. Walk us through that.
We go to we do some shows in Irvine, and then we go to Los Angeles, and we do an amazing show in Los Angeles at this big cool cemetery. The dog from Wizard of Oz is buried at this cemetery. It's like where all the famous people get buried. Toto.
Toto, yeah.
It's just this amazing venue. It was so sick. I didn't know what it was going to be walking into it. Packed.
Amazing.
Crowd was just Juice City. You know, our good friends. What?
It sounded like you said Juice City. I was like, Hollywood is not all run.
Jews as far as the eye could see. It was just a big banking convention. It was a tough look. No, the juice was loose.
Okay.
So were the Jews. It was, but you know when like the first comic gets up and the first joke hits, and you're going, oh,
this is gonna be great.
Oh, it's Home Run Derby.
Yep.
It's gonna be great.
Easy peasy.
So we were all just having a great time, and then like we all get off, and then Jeff goes and does his thing. So we all go upstairs and just start taking shots of this weird tequila vodka mix that they gave us.
Yuck.
It was actually kind of decent.
Where was this from?
It was like some
It
Croatian
was not tequila vodka, was it? Like,
Well,
is that how it was described?
No. That's like it's like some liquor from like Croatia.
Oh, okay.
Serbian, something that they like.
Yeah, we mixed a little Smirnoff with Jose
Yeah,
Cuervo.
it's kind of all we
great.
had. So hey, thanks for coming out. Good luck surviving
There's
this little
half
concoction.
a Bud Light in there too.
So, did those shows, just so much goddamn fun. And then we scoot our buns on out to Joshua Tree.
God, I'm so jealous of this.
I mean, it was a truly incredible. It was one of those things like Joshua Tree. If you don't know, it's a national park in California. I mean, you're in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
So from LA, like we
Just drive straight east,
like
into
for
the
3
desert?
hours.
Yeah.
This is how out in the woods we were. We did out in the desert we were.
Yeah.
We did 3 hikes. We hiked about 20 miles total. And it's like from LA, you drive 3 hours to the desert. Mm-hmm. Get to our Airbnb. From the Airbnb, we drive 40 minutes to the entrance of Joshua Tree.
Okay.
Get to Joshua Tree, 40 minutes into Joshua Tree to get to these hikes. And then we're hiking out 4 miles. So you're in the middle of nothing.
Were you seeing other people?
On one hike, we saw 2 people.
And that's it.
That was it.
Dang.
6 mile hike. We were out there for 4 hours. 2 people.
That rules.
It was amazing.
God, that rules.
There was so on the first hike was the hardest physically.
Yeah.
That was going. We were going. The steps were big. It was
First hike is the hardest.
Second hike was the hardest mentally for me. I got so scared at one point. I mean, we were really up there, dude.
Like you're walking along the edge of cliffs and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the loneliness.
No. The loneliness was amazing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we go all the way out here. I'm like, well, I mean, my fat ass is going to eat a bunch of mushrooms.
Sure.
Like, for sure.
That's literally why Joshua Tree exists.
Exists.
Yeah.
And so we get out there, and it's like this, like, amazing, just like, it's like kind of hard. We're going uphill. It's like, it's an incline the entire time, but it's like fine.
Great.
And just the views are incredible. You're just chitting and chatting with your boys, having a great time. We get to this, like, one part that is so steep, and we're, like, going up to the peak of this mountain, and the mushrooms are starting to kick in. The ground is, like, incredible. It's like sandy. It's, like, really not stable.
Yeah.
On either side is death.
The mushrooms might have been poorly timed.
Oh, for sure. And then it's like these huge gusts of wind.
Oh,
like
yeah.
really, really, really windy.
I believe those are the Santa Anas.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. My thing was like, I kept like, no, come on, you can keep climbing up. And then I had this like epiphany. I'm like, oh, this is not a controlled environment.
No.
This is not an amusement park.
Also, do you ever have those realizations where you go, if I died right now, like the little news blurb, like it would make sense. Like it wouldn't.
Idiot died.
Yeah.
Sure.
Idiot on
Idiot on mushrooms wearing hokas died climbing a mountain. Yeah. Yes. Was he in great shape? No.
But at least he was 4.5 hours away from the closest
anyone that could help.
living person.
We're 4.5 hours away from our phones having service.
But he was with like what, experts?
But no, Jeff.
2 comedians.
He was with Jeff going, it'll be fine. Dude, I crab walked down.
Crab walked.
Crab walk, Tom.
Was that the easiest?
I was so scared. I didn't want to stand up because the wind was just like whipping. I needed it. If I could have army crawled down on my tummy, I would have.
Hard.
Crab walking. I was terrified. Dude, I was so scared.
That's really hard.
And so Greg and I didn't make it all the way to the top. Jeff's insane ass did.
Wow.
And so I'm like, Greg, I'm going. I start crab walking down. He goes, "Hey Tim, he having a panic attack?" I was like, "No,
Fuck up, Greg.
shut up." I go up. I'm like hugging this rock. It is just like the wind is insane. The mushrooms are kicking in.
Oh God! So the wind was worse.
Oh, the wind was 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
There was a point where I'm like, because if you break your leg out there, you're cooked.
Right? Yeah, you can't.
Sprain your ankle,
There's no
you're
help.
cooked.
Yeah.
It's such a long
Wait,
way
did you
back.
say this already? Did you have any cell phone service?
None, zilch.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 minutes into the drive, like when we get to Joshua
Immediately
Tree,
lose it.
you drive 20 minutes, cooked, gone. Phones are done. And then we still have to go 20 minutes, and then we hike 4 miles.
Yeah.
We're not even close to anybody that can help us. All I've got is Jeff and Greg and a half a bottle of water.
I mean,
We didn't prepare like at all. So, I mean, the mushrooms are absolutely
like
beating my ass.
If you like got a severe cut,
Dead. 100%, Tom. Dead.
no first aid on any.
First
of
aid. No, we brought some peppers and hummus. We did have that. Tom.
So if you broke your leg, at least Jeff and Greg would have a snack.
Yeah, they could be like, "Damn, this is brutal. That thing is really poking out of your skin there."
Chomp.
I mean, it was so scary. I couldn't believe. And Jeff comes back down, and I'm like, "How was that?" And he was like, I shouldn't have done that. That was really bad." He was like, "It got pretty gruesome up there." I mean, Jeff should be dead. Luckily, it was like, you know what, Tim? We're not going to put ourselves in a bad situation over pride.
We don't have to die.
We don't have to
for
do
Greg
this.
and Jeff's approval.
Yeah, for them? What?
No, not for them.
No, I am crab walking down the mountain.
Yeah.
And then I finally got to a place where I felt stable, and it was like, I
Great
couldn't even
feeling.
enjoy the mushrooms at that point.
No. At that point, the mushrooms are really kind of fighting against you.
They're beating my ass.
Yeah.
Truly kicking me in the balls and teeth.
What a whirlwind, too, because it's like mushrooms are going full anxiety, get down. And then it's also probably a little bit of like, you kind of chickened out there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It was like, damn, kind of pussied out on that one. Because I
I
look
know
up.
I was kind of screaming at you to get down the mountain, but I can't believe you listened.
Should have overcome that one, honestly. And you do have that thing of like, oh damn, when it comes to push or shove, I'm gonna crab walk away from danger. You do have that thing where it's like, I guess if I was like
Crab walk. Why did no one get a video of this crab walk?
it would have been rude. That's why, Tom. It would have been rude.
This is why I got to be on these trips.
This is a man who was scared for his life. It was not fun.
I would have been.
I was not
loving
being.
it.
I was not being cute, Tom. I was petrified.
A crab walk out of necessity.
So scared.
Is must see TV.
I mean, so scared. Just Greg going having a panic
Having
attack.
a panic attack is so annoying.
I don't even remember. He said, I just went, no.
Clearly, yes.
Kept going on down, fully hugging a rock so the wind can't get me.
God.
But then the next day, we go on this other hike. This one was just amazing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm running it back. Eat the mushrooms again.
Wind starts picking up.
I mean, we're on a fully flat surface.
Yeah.
I'm just on the ground. Oh, fuck. They're like, come on, Tim.
I'm back in the
Jesus
storm.
Christ. Come on, man. But this one was like absolutely amazing. There were a few parts that were pretty scary.
But I saw a lot more pictures the second day.
Second day. No, this was the third day.
Or maybe third day. I saw a lot more pictures on one of the hikes.
First hike, we didn't take a ton of
Right,
photos.
Seems like maybe it was
Second
the phones
hike,
were away because
I
of the
was
crab walking.
I was fighting for my life the second day. Third day was just amazing. I mean, there were a few parts where we were like pretty high up there, and you're like, all right, all I can do right now is stare at the ground and one foot in front of the other.
You make sure you don't misstep.
Yeah,
that's
not
all
gonna.
you gotta do.
That's a rock. I'm gonna avoid that.
Yep.
That looks like solid ground. I'm walking on that. Meanwhile, Jeff's like, "Isn't this amazing?" He's just
Stop
running
looking-
around.
Stop looking around, Jeff.
Well, yeah, and he's doing that. He like stopped at one point. We're like, you have like this much room.
Yeah.
It's like 2 feet, and like mountain on this side, and then like death right there. And Jeff just stops. He turns around. He's like, "Isn't this great? Let's get a photo." I was like, "Jeff, keep it." I didn't even look up. I'm like, "Just keep. You got to keep walking, Jeff. I'm not stopping." It was so scary, dude. And then sometimes you would see people, and you had to like. You
get
know,
to scoot around.
get to
You also have to
scoot.
decide who's going on the cliffside.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
never me.
You're glued to that wall.
Never me. I didn't even consider giving somebody the other side. I was like, I'll push you off.
Yeah.
I'm in survival mode.
Don't care.
But it's like this. It's just amazing. You're out in the middle of nothing. You're
never
in the
been
middle
to
of
J-Tree.
nothing.
I miss it.
And there's just-
I had FOMO.
You look around and nothing forever. It was just it's like one of those things. I clocked it a few times where it's like, you know, how when you die, I haven't died yet, but you hear these things about like how you have
I
like,
had
your
bombed
life,
pretty bad.
your life like flashes before your eyes.
Yeah.
I was like, there are a few moments where I'm like, I bet I'll see that when I die.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was like, whoa, this is like something. This is an
Yeah.
actual human experience that I'm having right now.
Yeah.
And it was like amazing.
Well, sometimes when you get out there too, you look out there and you go, how is this in the same
Universe.
civilization and country as like
Gary,
the
Indiana.
place and like the place where like I'm literally up against a stranger's the back of their head on the subway because it's so crowded that I have to shove myself onto here and literally go cheek to cheek with a man who's eating trash off the ground.
Correct, yes.
And that is in the same country as this place where there's no one within 300 miles of you.
And that might even be lowballing.
Yeah.
I mean, just crazy.
I had that thought seeing Zion
Yeah.
National Park. Same thing. You look out and you go, how's there this much space here?
Oh.
Why do I ever have to interact with another human?
It made me think about that Louis joke where he's like, you know, this used to take 30 years. New York to LA used to take 30 years. He's like, and your whole family would die on the way. Like, I just kept imagining people in like a horse and buggy trying to get through this terrain. You're like, well, all my kids died.
Yeah, and they're all getting norovirus.
But I hope I
shitting
find
their
some
brains
gold.
out.
I hope I find a little gold on the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it was truly something special. If you can ever get to Joshua Tree, folks, eat some mushrooms. So
I gotta
we would wake up, riff, eat a little.
Have our morning riff.
A little riff a little bit, you know, maybe eat a little something. Greg and I never did. Jeff would always have some weird breakfast. And then we go out, we do the hike. It was amazing. Come back, go to the Joshua Tree Saloon. I would have 2 Miller Lights.
Wait, there's a bar there?
Well, when you get out of the park,
Right.
you know, we go to the saloon, we have a few beers, some apps.
Yeah.
Go back to the Airbnb.
Hit the tub.
Hit the tub.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm cracking 3 Modelo's.
At a time.
Bringing them out to the tub.
For the three of you?
No, those are for Tim.
I know.
Those are Tim Delos.
I knew. My Delos.
And then, these aren't Yo Delos.
Those are your Delos.
These are my Delos.
Delos. That's fun.
So, and then we're in the hot tub, and we're, you know, Jeff's drinking his wine. Me and Greg are having Delos, and then we're just watching the sun go down over these mountains.
That's not bad.
And it's just unbelievable. So then we do that, and then the hot tub sucked. It would always we only had like max 2 hours because it would drop to like 93 degrees.
The hot tub would?
Yeah. And the owner kept being like, yeah, hot tubs do that when it's cold. And we're like, that's not true.
That is not true at all.
That is false.
I just hot tubbed in Minnesota.
Yeah.
In 5-degree weather.
It's the point of a hot tub.
Yeah.
You moron. What are you
No,
talking
it really only works when it's like over 100 outside.
Sorry, man. Yeah, it only works in the summertime. That's kind of the point of it. So, but it was like, you know, it was like perfect. So we're like, fuck, we got to get out. And then we would nap, eat some din-din, and then go back out into the park and look at stars at night.
That rules.
And it was like,
the stars, I'm sure, were just
I mean, just
best
huge.
you can
I didn't even know
see,
you
yeah.
could see Mars. Mars was just right there.
right there.
As orange as it has ever been.
God damn.
And you're looking at these little cluster of stars, and then you're going, who am I?
Yeah.
I like feeling small.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
I can go either way with it. Sometimes I really love that feeling. Sometimes it sends me into an existential wormhole.
I only love, because I'm like, I can do anything with my life. I'm so irrelevant. It's great.
Yeah, sometimes I think my brain goes, why would I do anything with my life?
It doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
See, but I go, it doesn't matter at all, so do whatever you want.
I know, I've been there too. Yeah, I think it depends where my head is at.
Sure. It depends on where you're at on that little mushy trip.
Mushy trip. Also just minty H.
Speaking of mint, let's do a little H check.
We can do an H check. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I really like the new year.
Okay.
As cheesy as it is. I'm not a big New Year's resolution guy.
New Year, new Tom.
But I am, yeah. That's a mustache. That's the only thing I'm changing this year. I am kind of an intentions guy though, and the New Year kind of gives you an excuse to be like, very focused on that and kind of cheesy about it. And I
Wait, what
like
do you
that.
mean intentions?
Like setting intentions for how you want to live and act and behave.
Oh,
and like
okay.
being a little more like kind of reviewing past behavior and being like, what do I want to change?
Where can I? Yeah,
You know, and
we're gonna cut the fat off of this.
yeah, and it's like you can do that any time of the year, but I don't.
Right.
And going on this little vacation is a great time to just be like, what do I want to add or take away?
Sure.
So I think one of the things is more mornings.
More mornings.
That's my. I think that does a lot for me in the Menti H department when I can have some more mornings.
Mm-hmm.
I want to merge your definition of a morning with the
Actual
more conventional definition of a morning, because I think what I don't like is waking up and then having to like kind of jump into the day because you're behind the 8 ball.
Sure.
So it's like giving yourself the grace of being like, my first 2 to 3 hours,
I'm good.
it is the morning and I'm chilling.
Right.
But it's like harder to do that when it's at from noon to 3.
right.
And so
This feels pointed.
no, I mean that's how I've been living.
Right.
So I'm like, I just notice when I do a good job of like on this trip, I was going to bed at because with my family and we have little kids that wake everyone up
Sure.
at 6. Everyone's like shutting it down around like 9:45, 10.
Yeah.
So I was sleeping like 11 to 7. It was amazing, dude.
Well, it's also like when you wake up at 7, by the time it hits like 3 or 4, you're like, boy, I've had a lot. There's
I've
been a
done a lot
lot
today.
going on today.
When it's weird when you look at the clock and it's 9:15 and I'm like, I already worked out and like it kind of like had my coffee, responded to some emails.
Right.
I like had the stuff that I had to do. It's done.
You're like one of those like weird jacked Instagram guys where he's like, I'm living 3 days inside of 1 day. First day,
Yeah.
8 to 12. Second day, 12 to 4.
I think that's Kevin Hart.
But
Doesn't he do some crazy? I think he's like a 4 a.m. wake up guy.
Yeah, I think these guys are all telling lies, if I'm being honest with you. But, I mean, what are you waking up at 4? What are you doing at 4, Kevin? You're not getting any taller, King. You're just sleeping
Wow.
in. Dude.
Oh
What
my
the
God.
hell?
Taking down our good friend Kevin.
Sorry, he's a fan of the pod.
Oh my God.
No, but I like that. An
that's-
intentioned.
So I want to. That's a good one because I think it does make my Menti H go in a positive direction. Because I don't know, I'm feeling okay lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my main thing I'm thinking about.
We
How
love
about you?
that. I think the H is good right now. It'll fall off a cliff here shortly.
But you didn't. And that's
I did
big.
not. I finally came to terms with my own pride, and I said, brother, you don't have to go to the top of that mountain.
Yeah,
Time to crab walk back down, brother,
to safety.
to safety. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm allowed to recognize my limits
Yeah,
and say I'm going down.
and your strengths.
Do I like
which
heights?
is crab walking.
Which is crab walking.
Everyone's always said that.
My traps are huge.
It would be awesome if you were like just really good at crab walking.
Greg's like, God, he's so fast.
He's flying.
Absolutely cooking down this mountain. What the hell?
You're kind of going around rocks like a crab, like kind of up on
Up
the
on the
side.
side.
Yeah.
But let's see. How am I feeling? I'm feeling good right now. I can already feel it being back in New York. Like, ooh, I'm back in the fist fight.
Yeah.
I'm back in it. Here we go. Time to get my fucking shit beat. But I'm, I am the new year. It's like just instead of like my thing is like don't focus on anything outside of the things you can control, which is like corny.
No, but that's huge.
But it's like I'm such an idiot about looking at everything else except for little old me.
it's something that you can actually take action.
Yeah,
on.
and then the only time I do look inward, it's like you fucking piece of shit. It's
Right.
never like, all right, bro, let's do this, and this. It's
Yeah.
like you're a loser, everybody. You know, how
and that is
goes.
because of the looking at everything.
That's
else.
'cause everything
it's
else.
not because you're actually examining yourself.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a better job of that, or I'm gonna attempt that. And then just I don't know. There was something about just like being out there with like some pals.
Yeah.
It was like, you really do also have to concentrate on like cultivating and making sure friendships last. So it's like I need to be a better friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Brother, no.
Brother, I've been waiting for
Yeah.
you to say
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I thought I was gonna bring it up.
that. Tough luck for Tim.
No. It's
But that's what I'm trying
a
to move
huge
forward
takeaway.
with in 2025. Be nicer to myself. Be nicer to the people around me. Be better to the Starbucks employees that are making your coffee. Because if
Maybe
you do
stop going
slight
to
them in
Starbucks.
any way, they're not going to put the lid on that thing. And it's going to spill all over your lap. And you're going to watch somebody that planned for that to happen
'Cause
really enjoy it.
I don't think they ever are supposed to hand it to you where you have to grab the top.
I mean, the whole thing was diabolical.
Yeah.
I was like, you should be working for the Defense Department. This was crazy that you pulled that off.
You had no time. You had the time from order
To
to
plan this
drive
whole thing.
around to execute this, and you did it to precision.
I mean, that's a veteran. That's veteran pettiness right there.
That is. That's
That was
great.
crazy all over my lap.
God,
Couldn't
damn,
believe it.
it's humiliating.
Shout out to that lady. But yeah, so Minty H's, we're hanging in. We're gonna keep it moving.
That's huge.
Shout out to
I'm not a big,
BetterHelp.com.
I'm not a huge like resolutions guy, but I really like what you said. It's corny that you're like, control the things you control. But this is a good time, like you're allowed to.
Have these conversations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like throughout the year you can too, but people are like, why are you bringing
You're
this
like,
up?
what do you? People feel like, oh, you must be doing really bad.
Right. But it's like, no, it's like this is just an excuse to bring it up. But resolutions, I think, are tough because, like, I don't know. It's like you're kind of just setting yourself up to, like,
Kind of for failure.
yeah, like, because then you're like, oh, now I'll feel like a piece of shit if I don't do these.
Right. And then you always set these resolutions that are way too lofty.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to read 48 books this year.
I got a Kindle for Christmas. I'm pumped.
Oh, there we go.
Boy's gonna. I just gotta start. I get into bed. Lizzie's reading her book, and then I'm
I
doom
did
scrolling.
Same shit. Yeah.
And I'm going, this is so unhealthy. And I see her like reading, and then kind of like, time to go to bed. And I'm scrolling Twitter. And I can feel myself getting amped up because
Yeah.
I'm getting like anxious and terrified, and then upset. And I'm going, this just can't be it.
until you fall asleep, and that's how you're falling asleep. I mean, that is, yeah.
This just can't be it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're moving forward in 2025. We're gonna keep
Control
it
the
moving.
things you can control.
We're gonna try to get back to having fun with this life and not being stressed out by this life.
Yeah, might as well.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a stressful.
So much more fun when you
freaking
try to have
life.
fun with it.
We got a we got something that could be helpful. I wish I pulled it up. I don't have the email on my phone, but someone sent us a workout regiment.
Love that.
If we want to follow it, I did look at it, and it is powerlifting.
Okay. Right.
So if we want our New Year's resolutions to also include getting absolutely yoked,
Okay.
we could do that too. But shout out to Kim. I forgot if she sent it a few weeks ago.
Appreciate you, Kim.
But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get into the powerlifting.
Powerlifting, that involves a lot of things I don't want to do.
Well, I think it's also like I think you really have to commit.
Well, it's also like I don't want to like blow my back out.
Yeah.
That feels like blow your back out city.
I also don't want to get too yoked.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
you
people
don't
will be
wanna-
scared of us.
You don't want to be busting out of the hoodie.
Yeah.
That's a tough look.
Can't be walking through the airport just looking absolutely swole.
Damn, that guy's fucking huge.
Man, he's huge. I bet he's on a power lift.
Everybody going, damn, Kim's into the powerlifting
He
stuff.
got on the power lift.
Shout out Kim.
Because it's like, I don't know. I think I want to be in the, oh, he's keeping it tight.
You want to
department.
be the weight you're supposed to be. That's what you want to be.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hard to clock what that is, though.
But if I bulked up to like 220 of muscle, you're like, that's not what you're supposed to look like.
Yeah.
You're like jacked.
Yeah.
That's not what your
I
body
would-
is.
Can you do that?
Just get insanely
That'd be
jacked.
fun.
Just be all neck.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'd be
No sugars in your coffee.
none. Yeah, but if that did happen to me at Starbucks, I'd probably crawl through the window,
Punch your way through
Hulk
it.
smash through
Yeah.
something. I just want to be. What am I supposed to be? I'm 6'4". I'm probably supposed to be like, what, 185, 190?
Yeah, all muscle, though.
All muscle, shredded,
Mm-hmm.
shredded.
Yeah.
I am a little bit heavier than I look because I got a fat ass.
Kind of thick butt.
Thick. Some thick ass
Thick
thighs.
trunks.
Small ass wiener.
Tiny. And looks even smaller because of the thick ass.
I know. People
That's
going,
tough.
oh, it's like a fat trunk. Let's see what that thing looks like.
You think you're going to notice? Actually, if I had a smaller ass, this would look just
This
fine.
would look great.
You guys, all right.
It's like when you put 18-inch rims on like a giant truck and you're like, I mean, yeah, the rims are technically big,
It's making the truck look small.
but this looks stupid.
yeah.
Terrible.
Anyways.
Stinky dinky is what we call it around my house.
I had a 0 number, but I think I'm going to save it for next week because I forgot about it. And, well, actually, can I throw it out? We got 4 minutes.
Toss it.
Yeah, all right. This is a quick one because I'm gonna forget about it. This was at a comedy club. I'm in the back. I'm up next.
Okay.
And there's a famous comedian on stage.
Right. Sure.
And and it's so you're watching because it's fun to watch these people, and there is someone at the back table, far enough from stage that I don't think he could hear her, but she is responding to. I think she was very upset that he was there.
Okay.
And she was responding to every premise with like a contracting statement.
Sure.
So it'd be like, we have a gun, we obviously have a gun problem. This was the one that pissed me off. It was, we obviously have a gun problem in this country. She goes, no, we don't have a gun problem in this country.
He could have said anything.
And then he goes, I think we'll see how. I wrote down this line too. He's like, I think we'll see like how terrible. I think he was talking about Trump. He's like, we'll see how terrible the next few years get. And she goes, yeah, they're not going to be terrible.
They're gonna be amazing.
Yeah, and so she was like this. I think she was like she was a Trumper for sure. Because I saw her get like pissed off at that, and then I must have been up in 2 comics because someone else went up before me, and it continued. She was just pissed off.
So now she's just mad the whole show.
And she's countering every point to her table. Now she's ruining it. I'm watching her table. Her table is annoyed with her.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we didn't choose any
ruining
of this.
every joke for everyone. Where someone's going like, I'm on the dating app. She's like, she's not on the fucking
She's not on the
dating
apps. Those aren't even real.
And I was like,
She's meeting people in
I
real life.
was angry in a way that like was really. I kept having to be like, hey, calm down.
Well, it's also like, don't bring this on stage.
Exactly.
Don't bring this on stage.
And it was really hard not to because I'm like, she's in the room, but everyone else in the room is having a good time.
Yep.
And people are having hot sets. Don't go up there and let this lady ruin it.
Or don't go up there and like assume everybody else has heard her. Yeah.
That's what I was having. I was like, if I hear her at all, I'm thinking I think I'm gonna snap.
Yeah.
And so I just went and grabbed the manager and I was like, hey, this lady is like talking nonstop. Can you I'm gonna freak out. And she goes, okay, one sec. And then I had to leave the room. Because I was losing my mind. She walks back out 30 seconds later. She goes, oh, we're going to kick her out.
Amazing.
She sucks.
Oh, we're going to kick her out.
It was crazy. I mean, it was every sentence.
I really feel bad for everyone else at her table.
100%.
That is so brutal.
That's why it's zero behavior. Is not because I'm like, you don't have to love every joke. You don't have to agree with any premises. You just... ruining it for everyone else at your table is so selfish.
It's incredibly rude. Just for what? That's posturing.
Yes, it's like this weird sort of I know better than all of you, and because I'm saying it's not funny, you're not allowed to think it's funny.
Yeah, because like they can't laugh now.
No, then it's like it feels like it's directly against. They're laughing like in spite of her.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, ha 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 ha, hilarious. Like you can't even enjoy anything because this lady's.
And it was disagreeing at the most basic level. We have a gun problem. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Problem. Okay.
I'm on the dating apps. No, she's meeting people in real life.
Like
what?
It was infuriating, and I really don't understand how a person like that ends up at a comedy club.
I mean, they had to just been drunk as shit.
Yeah,
had
I
to have
guess.
been.
Maybe she had a tough day. She probably works at Starbucks. Somebody was an asshole to her.
Tom! Oh, no. She came in from Covington, Louisiana just for this. Oh, she's still taking that with her.
That was some pure zero behavior that I saw right. This is the last show I did before I left New York.
Absolutely zero.
And I was like, don't let this ruin it.
Because you're allowed to have your little thoughts. If you want to sit there and be upset, you are 100% entitled to that. But do not drag the rest of your table down who have spent their money and their time, Tom.
Yeah.
They can't get their time back.
That's flat out.
And you're just ruining it for
Zero.
everybody.
So we got that zero nom. We've got you as a zero nom. And we've got Dalton with the haircut. But then... really
I mean, it's the clear winner here is the zero.
Yeah. Wow. Ding, 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 lady. Congratulations. You're our first zero of the week of the new year.
Ooh, a 2025 zero.
Batting leadoff, stinky heckler.
Crazy. Hit that one out of the park,
not even the balls
honestly.
to say it loud enough to have the comic here.
Just enough to ruin the time of her friends.
Just her loved ones.
That's incredible. You stink.
Yeah.
Don't ever come to a comedy show again.
But the rest of you should come to a comedy show.
Were they doing the thing where they were like kind of acknowledging and then going back to watching the show?
The guy next to her was doing exactly that. He was going right.
Yeah. So See if I can just make her shut up by
They
not really
squint
paying
their
attention.
eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay attention really hard right
I'm
now.
gonna listen so hard to this joke about choking my loved one.
No, you can't be doing that, folks. If you disagree, that's fine, but just wait until you hear something you like,
Yeah,
or just sit there and be quiet.
just be quiet.
You're allowed to do any of those options.
Head out.
You're allowed to get up and leave.
Leave.
Literally do whatever you want.
Would love that.
Stinks.
Anyways, the rest of you should all come out to a show in the new year.
Come on out to a show.
We will be in, not we, I don't know why I'm saying we, but
Nope.
Bismarck, North Dakota. I'll be there on the 25th, and then Toronto, the 31st to February 1st or 2nd, something like that. And then Aspen, Denver, please. I really promised that we could sell some tickets in Denver. So Denver, February 6th, Comedy Works South. It'll be fun. I think they opened a new small room just for me.
No way.
Yeah, they said Tom's not selling in the big room.
The Brennan room.
Let's move him to a little smaller room. I heard it's fun.
That rules.
And then Louisville,
Oh, I was like,
Cincinnati,
what the hell?
Cleveland, and Dallas. SomeKidTommy.com. Get your tickets.
Hell yeah. Let's see. My little fat tush. I'm going to be bouncing around New York City. At the end of the month, I'll be in D.C. And then we got freaking Fargo on the calendar. And then we got Boston coming back around. And then we're doing a little New Orleans later on this year.
Oh, New Orleans, too.
We got some fun stuff coming up. Hit us on Instagram. Give us a 5-star review on Spotify.
Hit us
Tell
on
a
YouTube
friend.
so you can see the boys as we embark on our New Year, New Us journey.
New us.
We're gonna get hot and jacked.
Mustached out.
YouTube is. I think we're starting. That's where the traction is picking up. The comments are more fun.
Let's go.
We got a fun set. Just check us out on YouTube.
We love you.
Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together.